that whole Comic-Con world. Were you guys acquainted with that before you actually attended that as superstars yourself?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'd been we've been for work, but we certainly were nothing approaching. When we started, we said, "Oh, superstars." We kind of. We went, well, not for me to say, is it? No, we went along and were able to walk the floor, like we can't really do anymore, but and fell in love with it. And this film is a homage to many things, and Comic-Con is one of them.
Mm-hmm. You're not working with Edgar, of course, not with Edgar Wright. Does it feel like cheating in a way?
Yeah, yeah, but in a good way though, not like...
It feels like he's watching.
Yeah.
So how
and
did
we like that.
How did that happen?
He's watching through a mirror.
But how did it happen that he actually wasn't aboard?
Well, he had developed Scott Pilgrim, so you know, his time was such that he had to make Scott Pilgrim, and it just didn't work.
It was never his gig either. It was kind of like, you know, something. It was mine and Nick's idea, and Edgar likes to be implicit in the creative process rather than just be a gun for hire. You know, Edgar's an auteur, and he likes to be involved in every part of the process. I think because it was mine and Nick's thing, it felt like me and Nick would do it. And we needed a director, I think, that had a different sensibility to Edgar in order to separate it from what we've done before, you know. That's why we went to Greg Mottola, who is a great sort of American indie sort of exponent.
Now, Edgar Wright, who you made Shaun of the Dead with, has been working on the script of Tintin. And you're also working on that as well, right?
That's
because
great.
it's such a Belgian project. I'm very curious about the roles and the work on that.
We're DuPont and DuPont.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have said Thompson and Thompson, but
we've already filmed it. We've got to do a little bit more next month.
Yeah.
But, I think it's going to be awesome. I think Steven Spielberg really understands the material and has been planning the movie since the 80s. And
since Raiders, right?
Yeah, since Raiders, and now he's able to do it in a way that is befitting Hergé's kind of aesthetic.
There was someone from Hergé's estate on set quite a lot of the time to make sure that it was being kept within his original idea, I think.
The film, The Secret of the Unicorn, it's a combination of sort of the crab with the golden claws and Red Rackham's treasure, and so they've taken a number of the Tintin stories and brought them together to make a more cohesive film-length plot.
It was quite interesting to hear Spielberg on set talk about, he had the idea for Tintin when he was doing press in Europe for Raiders, and a lot of the European press said, oh, it's a lot like Tintin, and he'd never seen it before. And so, you know, if you're Steven Spielberg, you then go out and actively seek to buy the rights.
Then you buy Tintin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And lastly, Sigourney Weaver you're working with in this movie.
Saint Sigourney.
Exactly. She's such an iconic figure, and then you actually punch her in the end. So how did that all, how was that for you guys to do that?
We were amazing. Yeah.
We were overjoyed that she liked the script enough to say yes, and B, that she threw herself into it so completely.
Yeah.
On the first night, we were like play fighting, and you know, she was beating me up and loving it, and like, you know, for me and Nick, it was like,
I think you quickly realised that she doesn't go back to her trailer, she hangs out, she jokes with us, you know, she eats the same food as we do. I mean, yeah, she uses golden cutlery, but it's the same food she's eating.
We curtsy and bow, even though she says we shouldn't, but...
you know, she's like us, she wants to laugh, you know. The first night, she was kind of sitting on her own, and me and Simon were looking at her, like from 200 metres away, and I said, can we just go over and say hello or something? You know, it's Sigourney Weaver, but you soon realise that she's like us. She's
one of the most down. She is a superstar, and she's extremely down to earth as well. So we love her.
Well, she's proper Hollywood royalty.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Down the hall, it's like good morning, and she's yes.
Yeah. Massively tall as well. I don't know if people realise how tall she is.
And she's really putting you know, someone like that doesn't have to come and do this sort of like you know, the groundwork of promoting the film, and she's really. You know, I can't praise her enough.
We were on the red carpet yesterday, and I could hear her being interviewed by Edith Bowman, and I was being interviewed on Sky, and she was saying, well, you know, I'm a big fan of Simon and Nick. So I was like, what are you saying? So yeah, it's very
flattering.
Flattering, exactly.
Well, it's a very good movie, so
thank you very much.